Welcome friends to my very long anticipated Lucci video. It took me forever. One, because I didn't want to share it too early. Two, because I really wanted to say that I'm a champ now. And three, yeah, because I'm just a very slow worker. um, so the thing is, I did play two tournaments, like Treasure Cup and online regional with that deck, and the what is it called? Store championship thingy. I mean, whoever actually watched my videos or read my little post thingies knows that, right? So first store championship I went 4-1, then online regional I went 7-3, and then Treasure Cup. I don't know if that's the right names. Maybe it was Treasure Cup first, online regional second. Doesn't matter though. First tournament 7-3, second tournament 5-3. Then I dropped. Yeah, because getting 7-3 is just two more games of really work, and the payoff is nothing basically. So yeah, I didn't feel like doing that anymore. Nonetheless, I think in the first tournament I should have gone 9-1. The only game that I lost that I couldn't do anything, no matter how hard I rewatched it and thought about it, was the first game, the Zoro game. He completely destroyed me, and there was just nothing I could do. But other than that, the last two kid games, one was already won by me, and then I threw it away because I couldn't handle the pressure. And yeah, one was just a nuance of wrong play that could have changed the game. So I think the read of the meta was really good. In the second tournament, things have changed a lot, but I will get to that in a moment when I get to the Lucci tier list, because the first tournament was right after the ban, and what I expected to happen was pretty much what happened. But now 1 week later, the meta has evolved a lot, surprisingly, in a direction that I did not expect. So I would change a lot of things now, but I will get to that in the video. So enjoy it, and we will start right off the bat, and this time with a real deck guide, because obviously I have the deck ready. My Lucci playmat, I got that from Etsy. This time it's not self-made. Someone made this perfect mat, so I just had to take it, right? I mean, it's so freaking good. And I mean, you can see a difference in the Magellan mat that I had, quality-wise. This was just so much better. It's just so much better. So, very good thing. Also, I have the Lucci leader, obviously. We all know what he does, right? Once per turn, when something is KO'd, I can trash 2 cards to restand this guy. So that's key ability. A lot of matchups work around using that ability twice or 3 times even. For example, the law matchup, I use that very often in the law matchup, because it's not playable otherwise. Yeah, and the Whitebeard matchup, obviously, to finish the game, is super key. Yeah, it's simply super key. So I went with the CP version of the deck. That means, obvious choice, we get 4 times Span Dam. It's a 1-drop that lets me trash lets me search the top 3 cards, pick a CP, and trash the rest. That means if I'm going first, which I'm going most of the time, I try to get this in hand, play it, draw me something that I need, and trash, hopefully, fingers crossed, 2 CP cards, so that we can then play off of having already 2 CP cards in the trash. That's really important, and if you don't have them, it feels really bad. Usually, when I go first, like I said, I want to go first even, because all the decks go second, even Zoro takes second away from you anyways, so the obvious thing to do is prepare for going first, which you just can do naturally with the CP version of the deck. So usually I just play it on 1, I draw whatever, And then most of the time I just swing with it for 5 and swing with my leader for 5. Yeah, that's usually my 3 Don play, even if I have Wanzi or Fukuro in my hand. And then we get to the magical card. Wanzi is a 2 Don 4K. I play 3 of that. This card is so freaking important against Zoro and Law. Like, if you have this one against Law, in the first turn, depending on if you have to go second or first, it's just so good. It allows you, like, some Laws are greedy and they play their Bonnie on turn 1 or 2, then you can just play this and kill it. Even if they don't do that, you can just play it because it's a vanilla, basically, 2-4, and you slow them down a little, which means you can then apply the pressure because you really need to go aggressive in that matchup. So a thing that I like to do, or a thing that I do often in those matchups, is I play maybe him, then we swing 2 times for 5, then on 5 cost I will attach 2 Dawn to the Lucci, I go face, he takes the life as well because they always take the life, which means he's at 2 or 1 life already. Then I play the Wanzi, kill a blocker, restand already with 5 Dawn, attach the last Dawn and go for 8 again. Now he has to drop 2 cards and things are looking really bad for him because he realizes, oh damn it, this dude is abusing his leader ability. But at this point it's already too late because he might be already down to 1 life or he has no hand cards because he just had to counter that big attack. So from this point on, Law becomes just super easy. But that is just a niche thing that I do and that nobody expects, and that's why it works, because if Law would just start playing safer, then like he could easily outstall me. Pretty sure that's how it works. I can see that you're not, like, the thing's a little reflecting. Then we get 4 times Fukuru. That's just a blocker. Blocker cannot be KO'd. It's just a really good card because this stretches the game. Basically, each of those is a life, right? So you're basically playing a 9 life leader. It's just really good. Like, whenever you have spare Dawn, you just put, or you're in lethal range, you just play one or two of those, and you're basically safe for the rest of the game. Then we have 4 times Kumadori. That's just your... Well, how can I work around the lights? Let me just put out the lights. Yeah. No lights needed. Got a good cam, so no lights needed. So we got 4 times Kumadori. That's just your basic 4 Dawn 6k vanilla. Usually I try to drop that as soon as possible. So first swing he uses at me, I will just drop this because this needs to be in my trash at least once, preferably more than once. If you go second and you do not have the air door, which is super key in this deck, then you want to play this on 4 to have something on the board. But your preferred play on 4 is obviously the air door. That lets you look at the top 5 cards, trash the ones that you don't want, and then you can pick a CP card. In that case, that's almost everything we play, so this thing never whiffs. The bad thing sometimes, in really rare occasions, is that you only get Khalifa. That would be the worst case scenario. Getting a Fukuro for 4 is okay-ish. It's usually not what you want because you're playing a tempo deck, which means you want the big guys. But it, like, really whiffing is almost impossible. I think I've whiffed 1 time in like 2 weeks of really playing a lot. And I think in the version that I whiffed, I also played less CP9 cards. So yeah, whiffing is really unlikely. Since I'm going first anyways, most of the time, what I do is usually I just attach 1 Dawn to the Wanzi, go 5-5 with my leaders, 5 with Wanzi, 5 with leader, and then play the air door and drop something else on the board, or I just go 6 leader and play the air door on 5 Dawn. And then we get Kaku. That is the real playmaker of the deck. This is a 5 Dawn. You remove two CPs from your trash and put it onto the bottom from your deck. And then you can kill a 3-drop. And that is so insane. Like, people have a lot of 3-drops, 2-drops, 1-drops. So this card allows you to just swing the game in your favor so hard. Like, if they play on 4 a 3-drop, and you play this on 5, you remove it. Because you already put something in your trash, or you blocked. And you make sure that you always have 2 in your trash. Suddenly you have the 6k buddy, the 5k swing, and he has nothing. That's the best state. If you're going second, that always works, because like Eador into Kaku means that the best he could have played possibly was a 3-drop, because he had 3 Dawn before your turn. So on curve, this is insane. Obviously, it's not always granted that you drop this, but it happens regularly. Especially if you know you have no Kakus in your hand, that means the Kakus have to be somewhere, right? And being in the top 5 of your deck is not that unlikely. If you do have 3 Kakus in your hand, then obviously hitting the last one is super unlikely. But these are things that you have to, or that you can manipulate a little bit with your opening hand. Like, if you see your opening hand and you have the Spandam, you have the Onesie, you have the Eador, like, you keep that because you know, okay, 4 Kakus could be either in my life or hiding in plain sight, right? And that's like the perfect thing that you want. So you can just slam the Eadors and search for what you want. So that's like super good. Then we have Brueno in English. Blueno is basically a 5 cost as well. He's the second optimal card that you want except for the Kaku, because it's a 5 cost 6,000 that with 1 Dawn attached can be a blocker, but on KO you can replay from your trash a 4 or less CP card. That means you could play Kumadori to basically just replace the 6k buddy. You could, in rare instances, take Fukuro if he doesn't have a swing anymore and you need a blocker next turn. Or you could take Wanzi to use the ability and kill a 1-drop so that he might not have lethal if it's Zoro. You could take a Spandam if you do not have enough counters to survive the next turn in order to draw 1 more card. Or you could take Khalifa. This is your general 2k counter. You could take the Khalifa to draw 2 cards, trash 2 cards if you have a lot of brick in hand and want a 2k counter maybe. So a lot of options you have with Blueno. And other than that, like, he's a 7k swing every single turn. Like, I usually don't use him as a blocker except for when I really need to, because it pressures your opponent into... He kind of has to remove him because he attacks for 7 every time, but he also has to make sure that he can kill the thing that comes out of it. And if that doesn't work, then he usually just opts into going face, which means then you could just play a onesie, and if you are in lethal range, then you can start playing defensively with the 2 blockers. So it's very, very good card. It's very, very good card. Then I opted to play 3 Jabra. Jabra is your 5 Dawn 7k vanilla. This is basically an insurance because I'm going first anyways. Sometimes I do not have the Eador, sometimes I do not have the Bruno, and sometimes I cannot kill something with the Kaku yet, or it's not worth it. So having something that I can hard play going first with this stat line, 7k, is insanely good. Like, I've really had like 3 or 4 matches where I really just played this dude on 5 and he wins me the game, right? Really good card. And on top of that, you could Eador him, which means like paying 4 if you're going second and you're playing a like 4k 7 Dawn vanilla, like 7k vanilla, that's brutal. That's a brutal swing in power. And now we get to the 2k counters. Like, other than Khalifa, I have 4 more, which is 2 times 0, just to give Kaku the and Onesie the edge. Like, now they can kill 3 drops and 5 drops, And Toshigi basically does the same, but is a little bit more expensive. I have her twice because the trigger from Air Door, oh, I didn't even explain that. Trigger from Air Door allows you to play a 3-drop from your trash. That would mean Fukuro, Wanzi, Spandam, or Toshigi. And sometimes dropping the Toshigi early and just taking her back with the Air Door, having her stand there, pressuring the removal of a card is just so insane. Like, it's so good. And it happens from time to time. That's why I opted in to take 2 of this. Now we get to the cheesy part. I'm playing 4 times the Rush Lucci. Why do I play the Rush Lucci over the Sakazuki? And here's where the meta read comes in, right? The Rush Lucci is a 6 Dawn 7k. On play, I yet again take the two CPs from my trash, which usually are the 5-drops because I can't use them anymore, or the Aedos. Like, I can't use them with any other ability. So I usually take the 5-drops or the Aedos, the Jabras, to put him back on the deck, and then he gets Rush. So usually what my turn 7 play, because I'm going first, turn 7 play is, I'm going 5, I usually I'm going 7 first with whatever I have on board. So let's just say I played I hard played the Bruno, or I ADO'd the Bruno, whatever. So I'm going to swing 7 Bruno live. He takes it. Then I'm going to swing 5 live. He might take it as well. He might counter out of it. And then I'm going to play the Lucci for 6, and I'm going to swing 7 live again. And now he has to take that live again as well, or he has to counter out of it, which is really expensive. And suddenly you have a 6k body, a 7k body, and he has only 2 or 1 life, depending on how many lives he took in the attacks before. Because usually you don't expect to get another 7k swing in, right? That's why you take the first 7k swing. And that's just so many small things that come together when playing against this version of the deck, because it's very, very fast and unexpectedly aggressive. And suddenly, like, taking that first life with the 5 Dawn swing, or the first life with the Spandam swing, it feels like a grave mistake, but it's like way too late. You have committed, and now you have to pay the price for it. So this card is extremely good. Like I said, with the meta read, things have changed a lot. And in my first tournament, I've only played Zoro Law. I expected to play against Katakuri, like, because yellow, this card makes yellow so free because there is no answer to it. The only answer he has, like, you can Thunderbolt it and can't contest it because 7k is just too hard. So the only way he can remove it is by playing the 8-cost Katakuri. But the 8-cost Katakuri costs him 8, and he still cannot attack, so he cannot clear the 6k bodies that I have on the board, because he can't attach Dawn because he's playing on curve, you know? Like, he's on 8 right after this turn. So he removes him, and I still have the 2 bodies or 3 bodies, and I can just keep swinging phase so that he can never play the Big Mom. Like, yellow is so free with this deck. With the meta read, I would say, since people are starting to play Dofi and Whitebeard a lot, like really, really a lot. Like, in the last store tournament yesterday, people, like, it's insane. Like, people were playing Dofi. So many people were playing Dofi. Like, some dude made a YouTube video, Dofi's so good right now, and now everyone's playing Dofi. This deck is really bad against Dofi. I have no way to remove the stuff, and contesting board with swings against Dofi is just so bad because he has so many 2k counters, and every card in his hand has basically 2k counter value, and he keeps playing aggressively, he keeps dropping bodies on the board. So having the Sakazuki 4 times instead of the Lucci would be a real good call if you're playing against a lot of Whitebeard and a lot of Doflamingo. If you're playing against a lot of Zoro, a lot of Law, even though Law, Sakazuki is still very good against Law, then the Lucci is just so good. Like, the tempo swing it brings is just so insanely good. Um, Now, on top of that, I'm playing 4 times the Isho. Isho is just a must-have to win against Whitebeard. It's a must-have, somehow must-have against yellow if you're playing a little slower or if you're not drawing what you need. Like usually if you're playing really aggressive, they end up with less than 6 cards in their hand anyways. But it's not always guaranteed, right? You will not always get the perfect start, the perfect curve. And if you're too slow, then having one of those is super good, especially against stuff like Law. If you're not fast enough, bringing this guy on the board, even if he doesn't have enough cards, doesn't matter. Because after he is on the board, like he's an 8k, 9,000, and if you attach one Don, he -3 costs all of the opponent's units, which means suddenly 1Z for 2 Dawn can remove a 4-drop, which is a Marco blocker, or yeah, whatever small fry you have. Even Fossa can be removed then by him, which she cannot usually, which is really bad. And Kaku can remove 6 drops even. Yes, which means Kaku can remove the blocker Law. Kaku can basically remove every blocker that exists except for the Luffy. For the Luffy blocker, he would need the help of either Khalifa or Tsuru. Tsuru is the only viable option there, actually, because she only costs 1. Yeah, and that means a lot of endgame plays turn out to be something like swinging 10 with the Isho, swinging 9 with the Lucci, with your Lucci, leader Lucci, playing Kaku, removing their blocker, swinging with 10 again, with 9 again, something like this. Or what I often use to do in a lot of matchups actually is I just attach 3 Dawn to the Lucci if he has a blocker, and I swing life with 7 or 8, depending on if it's Whitebeard or not. And what they are going to do, they're going to counter out of it because they think, ha, what a noob, right? Fucking noob. Why doesn't he swing for me? And they just leave the blocker standing. And that's when I play either Wanzi to remove the blocker, cheesy with 2 Dawn, or Kaku with 5. Then I restand, and then I swing big with the Isho and attach the rest of the Dawn to Lucci to swing big again. And like if they like, that's just one scenario, because they usually don't use their blocker right away if the attack is too slow, too low, right? Because they think they can easily counter out of it, and that's a mistake because that enables me a free restand with all the rest of the Dawn attached. Yeah. But if you have been counting, you've realized we are missing 4 cards. This is the real diamond from the deck. It's 4 times the 6 King Pistol. This card is a 0 cost. I can trash a hand card to counter 3000 power. Sorry, I'm a little tired today. And I feel like my English is lacking, or my speech is a little, yeah, it's a little wacky today. So this card, for 0, I trash a card, which is usually a brick card, right? You can block a trash an Eldor, a Wanzi brick, a Lucci brick, or an Isho brick, to get 3000 counter. So it's basically a 2k counter that turns trash into 2k 1k counter. So it's a really good card. And on top of being good for playing so much brick, it is good because the trigger allows you to kill to draw a card first and then destroy a 1-drop, which means this card is so good against Law and Zoro as a trigger, because Law obviously keeps count of his stuff. And if you trigger this in an attack and you destroy 1 drop on the board, preferably a blocker on the board, once he loses a defense, and second, he might not have enough Dawn to use his Shambles ability. So this thing can disrupt really hard if it's on the life, and it doesn't even cost you a card because you still get to redraw. So it's really good. Yeah, against Zoro basically the same. Destroying a 1-drop is always just really good. And yeah, like I said, suddenly the Ishos, it's no problem. If you have the 4 Ishos in hand, which you never have because you usually, with so much searching going on, you trash most of them. Like usually 2 or 3 are trashed, and I'm really happy if I get the one. But if I can't use the one, I can still trash it in order to like not brick. So that's my Lucci deck list. Um, yeah, I will switch forms now and go into the matchups. And yeah, see you there in a second. So, hey, again. Welcome back again. So, the Lucci leader. Wait, let me put in another Lucci. The Navy Lucci. Okay, let's just assume this guy is Navy Lucci, right? Navy Lucci doesn't stand a chance. Let's get this right off the bat. In the mirror match, Navy Lucci super hard loses against CP Lucci because I'm just way too fast, he's way too slow. Even the blocker Borsalinos, they don't matter. I will just run him over. He doesn't stand a chance. Especially because he can't deal with my Lucci. He would need to play Tsuru, Sakazuki. That means he drops Zuru, Sakazuki, one more card. It's just too much. It's too much, and he still had to like block the attack. So whatever he does, he's just too slow. He's just losing this. Yeah, basically everything that's a little bit off meta is not good against Lucci. Like Kuro struggles against Lucci's aggression. Like he's a really fast deck as well, and it can be really close. But usually, what I've found out to happen is just that I out resource him because I'm just swinging faster and more aggressively, while he needs time to build up board, and I can just Kaku remove his stuff drive by while I apply the pressure. And my bodies are too big to just remove them with his 4-drop removal. So yeah, this matchup is just favored for Lucci. Same goes for Ace. While Ace does have a lot of removal, he just cannot remove and attack at the same time enough in order to bypass my aggression. Like the 6-cost Lucci yet again comes so clutch in this matchup because I can just pressure so hard, and he needs to invest too much Dawn to remove the Lucci so that it's not worth it in the end. Of course, the 7-cost Ace is really good, but I mean, I've played against 3 Aces, only 3, or 3, if I don't know if that's a lot or not. I wasn't expecting so many, but I've played against 3 Aces in the tournament, and I've won against all of them pretty like convincingly. Let's say it like this. Like obviously it's not easy always, but it's yeah, I've won pretty good against them. Even though like I think Isho came pretty clutch in 2 of the 3 games because I dropped the Whitebeard out of the hand, but I don't necessarily think it would have made the difference, simply because I keep building and I keep trashing his stuff, and he just can't remove as much as I play. Like that was basically the case. Or if he does remove everything, like he can't attack for anything higher than like 5, which I can just counter and then keep replaying. So yeah, the matchups really, I think that it's really favored for Lucci. Then we have the yellow matchups. Honestly, I think Ace is even better. I think the yellow matchups are... The yellow matchups, maybe they even here, I don't know. Like, yesterday as well, people confront me and say, are you stupid? Like, Lucci isn't that easy. Like, yellow isn't that easy for Lucci. Yes, Lucci is so good against yellow. Yellow is really so easy. The thing is, Navy Lucci, I have no idea. I'm not playing Navy Lucci. I don't know if the matchup is bad or not, but my version of the deck completely snowballs these guys. I've explained it a little bit in the deck building video already. But I go first, so they are very happy, or they take away second from me, so they are very happy, and they're like, haha, I play everything on curve, this game's going to be so free. I just play the Spandam, I go 5 phase. If I'm lucky, they already take both lives. That basically seals the deal, because they will never come back from that. Even if they trigger both lives, Pero, it doesn't matter. It really actually doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, okay, sure. If the Katakuri is super smart and he realizes what's happening, he just starts swinging real big and he goes and kills me. But usually that's not what happens. What they're going to do is they're going to play a 4-drop, whatever. They're going to play it slow, just like they always do. or maybe another Perospero and hit me with 7, whatever, but they're not going to be swinging with 7 3 times or whatever, which is maybe the best play you could possibly do if you actually trigger that twice. But most of the time, they just swing 5 5, 7, and play something. Then I can play the Kaku, remove one of the Perosperos, maybe even restand already. In the next turn, I will swing 7 with Kaku, 5 with Life, 7 with my Rob Lucci that I'm playing with Rush. And he will find himself being at 1 or 2 life already. Now, in this case, he can play the 8 cost Katakuri, bounce the Lucci, but that means he has a board full of 5 costs, which means he can't do anything. So even if he plays everything on curve, he just cannot interact with my board anymore because they are all 6k buddies. And that difference just turns the game just into a slaughter, basically. Because no matter what he does, he can never play his stuff because I'm just too fast. And then I just swing so hard that he cannot afford to play his 10 drop. And that happens if he's at 1 or no life, which is basically almost a given since he's already on preferably 1 life in the round before that. Sometimes they just play the 8 cost Katakuri and give themselves a Shiaroshi back into their hand, into their life or something like that. So they are 8 Dawn body, 2 lives, 1 is Shirayoshi, and I have the Lucci still on board, the Kaku still on board. Then it doesn't matter anyways. I just keep swinging. They're on 0 lives max, and then they cannot play the Big Mom, and that's a win. Like if they can't play the Big Mom, the stack's just bad. Of course, they can high roll you. It's not impossible because it's still a high roll deck. If the first life, for example, is a cracker and they just keep going aggressive at you, then you lose. But which deck does not lose against the first life cracker? I mean, that's just the thing, right? So the high roll potential is there, but generally speaking, the first life cracker is really, really, really rare. And also the Thunderbolt right after the Kaku is also very, very rare. It only happened like once or twice, and I still won the game afterwards because while having 1 more body obviously is really good, usually the lead that you have when you restand playing the Kaku is so big that you're winning anyways. And other than that, like you're going to play the Kaku after swinging, right? So then the Thunderbolt is already wasted anyways. Yeah. So sequencing is just a little bit important in that, obviously. Like, you wouldn't play Bruno or Kaku and then swing with your leader or with your minions. So the Thunderbolt usually only kills something that is already rested, so that's fine. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Kinemon could be a little tricky. I've only played against 1 and it was not in a tournament situation, but I could see him playing very fast or very dangerous units, and like if they get the Yamato 5 drop out and the 8 cost Odin, like these are very, very difficult cards to deal with if I don't have the right setup. Yeah, so I can see this deck pressuring me real hard, but I don't have the experience with it. Magellan only wins if he keeps chaining the Magellans, obviously. But even then, like what I did in the Magellan games, I think I played 2. No, I think I only played 1. In that game, the Jabra came in clutch as well because on 5 I just played this. He on 6 then played the Magellan, but it doesn't matter because all my cards are 5 drops anyways. So then I just follow it up with the Blueno, and instead of the Lucci, and then in the turn after I play the Lucci, and I just build up more board than he does, and then I just win the game because like his kings are useless, he can't clear anything out of that, so he needs the Magellans and he needs the Hell's Judgment. If he has everything, he can win against me, but usually he just does not have enough he just doesn't have enough reliability because people like my Magellan would probably be a problem to myself because I play the stage, the Impel Down stage, and I can search for the cards that are really key in winning this matchup. But the broad mass doesn't play the stage because they are all sheep and they think the stage is bad, even though the stage is obviously like super good because 3/4 of your deck is like Impel Down, but whatever. um, so I would struggle against consistency in that deck. So if you were playing a more consistent Magellan and the 9-drop Kaido, I think that's really good read in that meta. 9-drop Kaido is really good against the Lucci. So yeah, I think playing Impel Down and 9-drop Kaido and this Magellan might be here. Might be somewhere around B tier against Lucci. Might actually be a little higher. Yeah. Kuro, I've said Kuro. He's just a fast version of an aggressive leader like yourself, but he's just a little less consistent in this specific matchup because you can remove his stuff with Kaku and Wanzi, while he cannot remove your stuff because it's too big. And resting your blocker, that doesn't really do anything, right? It's still a blocker. He's still going to waste an attack into it. So just out of the bag is something like, I'm not talking about the card out of the bag, like just like talking out of it, thinking about it. What cards do I have? What cards do his have? My have an inherent advantage over his just by stat line, just by cost, efficiency. Like it's just a little, the edge is just a little bit above for Lucci, which turns the favor into his, in this matchup in his favor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sorry. Okay. Ace. I've talked about Ace. He's just a little too weak. Has a lot of removal, but is just not enough to actually finish me. Maybe you could play him a little bit more aggressively than the aces did that played against me. Means maybe just playing ace, 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 going face instead of clearing my board and only just clearing the board with like maybe like drive by, playing the ace and using the 1-cost Seaquake to remove my Komadori or whatever, and never really interacting with my board. I think maybe that playstyle might work, but I don't have the experience in that because no ace plays like that. Obviously, like they play control. They want to control the board, so they interact with my board. But maybe that could work. But as of now, what I've seen, ace is free, pretty free. Not as free as those two, but free. Along is very fast, so I've had some problems with it. Basically because it is similar like Dofi in a way. They have a lot of 4-drops that are hard to remove early on because Kaku can only remove 3 and Wanzi only 1. So I really would need the Isho in order to start clearing his board. The good thing is he doesn't have any form of like card draw, and I know his life could always potentially be a trigger, which means I can just take my time in that matchup and clear out the threats, right? So I can play my Fukuro and my Bruno, and if his Cracker is rested, I can just clear that out safely and then keep playing and keep applying pressure when the time is right. You just sometimes got to be careful because if he's too aggressive and he runs you down too hard, then your blockers might be useless because he can obviously rest a lot of stuff, especially now with playing Gin in the new version of the deck. Fukuro could become rather useless, which is why if I have him on the board, I just use him right away. Preferably to counter an attack from Cracker, but yeah, generally just just use the Fukuro before he becomes useless. And yeah, other than that, since he's only having 4 life, obviously he struggles. If you're super aggressive and he doesn't trigger the right cards at the right time, you just run him down, right? Like he cannot deal with the 6-cost drop Lucci at all. Like he can't do anything against it. So once the guy's on the board and you start swinging face, it's basically a win for you. Then we have the kid, the movie, the film kid. I think the film kid players, for some reason, are really toxic. I don't like them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've lost to them. I mean, I lost against the last guy. That could have made me 8-1, 8-2. But that guy was really nice. And like he high rolled me super hard, right? So he played Nami on 3, Brook Nami on 5, Luffy Brook Nami on 7. So that was really, really insane. Like he played, like he had all the cards he needed, and it was still very, very close. Like it was really so close to me winning this. Um, and the other matchup was basically one for me pretty free, but I let him get to me like um, let him get to my psyche because he kept like trash talking me, pressuring me into doing something, like do something, and was constantly talking. I was like, hey, dude, I need to think about this, whether I could finish or not. And he was like constantly talking, and then I made a misplay. So that was really annoying, but I don't think that the matchup itself necessarily is bad for me, even though I won 0-2 officially. It felt like both games could have been winnable, and usually having the Nami on 3, Brook Nami on 5, Luffy Brook Nami on 7 is very unlikely. It's very unlikely. So I think the matchup is usually a little favored for you because you can use Kaku to clear the Nami. That's a really good thing. If the Isho is on board, you can just start standing and going through. But I think Isho is really important in that matchup, and obviously the Lucci on curve is super important because you need to apply pressure. And once the kid starts realizing that he's lost, he just double swings for your life every turn anyways because he tries to kill you faster than he dies. So it's a very tricky matchup, but I think it is definitely playable. Maybe I should put it here because like it can be really strong, but I think usually it's playable, it's winnable, and that's basically with all of those decks. It playable but winnable. Smoker, basically the only chance Smoker has at beating you, or the only advantage he has, like your lead ability is better per se, but his ability allows his Sakazuki to clear out your Lucci. That is really bad. But Lucci has already done the damage at this point, so it's okay if you lose the Lucci to the Sakazuki. I think that's cool. The thing is, I mean, I did go first, winning against the two smokers that I played, but I don't know. Like, if you play second, the problem is you Ador a 5-drop, then you play the Lucci. Lucci attacks, gets removed, and then you might play the Isho. Like, if you can play the curve, then it's really good. But if you don't have the curve, then suddenly your board is, it might not be strong enough to win against the smoker. It sounds a little stupid, but it feels like going first in that matchup is actually key again, because you can just play your 1-drop, you can swing for 5, you can pressure him into a position where he has to either take all his life or trash all his cards, and if he decides to take all his life, then he has a full hand card, but at this point, like, you can just keep swinging, and once the Isho is on board, even going first, he will not have anything on the board anymore, because once he can clear his 4-drops, so his Kuzan is not going to stick, Kaku can even clear his Zakazukis, so Zakazuki is not going to stick, and that means you can just keep restanding and keep finishing him. So the matchup, since you're sharing a lot of cards, is obviously a little tricky, and it can be won by Smoker, but I would say the favorite matchup is Felici. I think that's my experience. I've played overall not too many Smokers, maybe like 5 or 10 ever since playing Lucci, and I think I'm like 60-40, something like that. Maybe, yeah, 60-40 for Lucci. Yeah, Kid, I've talked about Kid. Law, the thing with Law is, like, he only plays this game, right? If he gets to play his game, then he wins. So if you want to win against Law, you need onesie as soon as possible, as many as possible, preferably 2. Too early on is really good. You need the Span Dam because you want to apply pressure, and you need the Kakus. If you have 2 Kakus, 2 onesies, then I think chances are really high that you're just going to win this game pretty easily. pretty fast. Maybe even before hitting 10 Dawn. I've won games at 9 Dawn. So just because you are so fast. And you use the leader ability like 3 times in this matchup. And that's really, really good. If you don't have the onesie early on, he gets his board pretty full. With 5 Dawn, he already shambles, gets Zoro out, gets Law out. That's when it becomes really, really, really difficult. In this situation, Isho is a big help because first off, he drops 2 cards. Secondly, at this point, after the Isho stands, your Kaku can start killing the blockers. So onesie takes care of the small blockers early on. Almost never kills searchers except for Bonnie. I usually just kill the choppers and the BGs with the onesie. Whoopsie, there it cut me off because of too little storage. Got rid of that. So where was I? The onesie takes care of the small blockers, BG and chopper, and the Kaku takes care with the Isho combination of the blocker laws in the end game, if it even comes to that. And then we just try to finish that. So that's that. Difficult matchup, but definitely winnable if you have this right strategy and he doesn't expect your strategy, which is what happens because nobody plays CP Lucci. Zoro, like I said in the first 20 minutes of the video, Zoro was the only matchup in the one regional that I lost where I really thought I couldn't do anything. He started off with a 1-drop Gordon. I did not have the 2-drop onesie. I had to play second. He chose to go first, so that's not what I wanted, but it happened. I did not have the onesie, so no perfect curve. Then I played the Aedor, and I did not get a Kaku to remove the Gordon, but instead I had to play Kumadori, which is not the best, not the worst. Like in that situation, a Bruno would be really good because even if he Fire Fists that or Jet Pistols that, I would still get a Kumadori out of it, or another body. But yeah, that didn't happen, so I had the Kumadori on the board on 4. Then he played whatever, and I played the 6-drop Lucci, and I thought, okay, well, it's not going that bad, right? I mean, a 5 swing, 6 swing. I think my 5 swing even cleared something out. And then 6 life, 7 life. It's his turn, and he plays a second Gordon, and he puts Rob Lucci and Kumadori to like 4 and 3 or something, and then he 4 and 3, and then he just Fire Fists them. And at this point, I was just kind of done. Like, there was just nothing I could do. He had 3 bodies on the board. I didn't have any removal. I didn't draw any removal. And he just kept running me down, and I couldn't get anything to stand. I think I actually did draw a Kaku then, played it, and he got jet pistoled, and he kept swinging with into my life even more. It was something like this, so it was really one-sided. It was a really tough beatdown. But then against the other Zoro that I played, he also started with the Gordon, and I was like, deja vu, I'm going to lose this. But this time around, I had the onesie, cleared out the Gordon. Yeah, I think Aedor into whatever, it doesn't matter. Without the Gordon, it was just really difficult for him to remove my board. And it's just the small things, like onesie is just so key in this matchup because he builds a board. Like they had that weird playstyle where they would go for 3 or 4 1-drops before swinging. And with onesie, you just could just counteract that. So he plays a 1-drop, you play onesie, you clear it out. He does whatever. You play Edo Kaku, you clear it out. You play the Lucci, you go face, right? So you're always in the driver's seat. And if he decides to Fire Fist, Gordon Fire Fist, Otama Fire Fist, like he has to drop 4 cards, 3 cards, whatever, to clear your board. And if he doesn't have the board already, then this doesn't work. Then my board's gone, but he doesn't have anything, so he can't do anything. So I just replay and I go aggressive again. But if he manages to build up the board first, then clear out yours, and then attack with no resources because like he doesn't need resources because it's Zoro. You like he attach 1 Dawn and 2 Dawn here, and like he can swing 3 times, right? For 3 Dawn. So he could use the other 3, 4, 5 Dawn, whatever, to clear your board. So that's really rough, but usually you have some form of removal, and with the Air, even if you don't have the Kaku in hand, with the Air, you have such a high chance to draw either Wanzi or Kaku out of your top 5 cards that it's usually really fine. I've had luck, and I really love that, to only play 2 Zoros in the whole 2 tournaments. And I like that because I hate playing against Zoro, but at the same time, it was 50-50, right? I won 1 and I lost 1. So yeah, I think the matchup is playable. It can be difficult at times, but having the Fukuro, like, do not trash the Fukuro, play it out every single time that you can, because it's just 1 more life against Zoro, which is really good. So you're a 9 life leader if you have all 3 Fukuros. That's just really good. Yeah, and then I think the matchup is actually really winnable. Now we get to the new Whitebeard. The new Whitebeard it's difficult, because usually Whitebeard has a really bad matchup against Lucci, and that comes from being able to play Sakazuki, and that's where the meta read thing comes in. Because in the first tournament I've played 1 Whitebeard, and it was absolutely close, but I won. Did I play 1 Whitebeard? Okay, don't take me granted for it. I did write. I wrote a post with the matchups. Maybe I'm confusing things, and it doesn't necessarily matter, because the idea is basically your deck is really good against Whitebeard anyways. Like, you have a lot of 6k bodies. Like, in the Whitebeard matchup, you need to go second though, because you need Isho. Isho is your win condition, right? You want to play it slowly this time around. No weird going face actions. If you can't play anything on 3, you're going to swing 8 with your leader to make him lose the 1 life, so that he naturally goes to 0 when he's at 10 Dawn. Unless he has the Whitebeard, the one-off Whitebeard, which happens from time to time. But even if he has the one Whitebeard, you want your 2k counters in your hand so that you can counter the early swings. Going 7 every time, like he swings 6, you 2k counter, so that you have all your life. You play the Fukuros if you have them. You play the Brunos if you have them. You Adore into Bruno if you can. That's really important. The Lucci becomes a dead card in that matchup though. Like, using 6 Dawn to play your 7k attacker is almost always useless, because in the turn, like, you play it, you swing, and in the turn after he plays his ace, and he minus 4k, 3k, so he's a 4k, and then he just clears them out. That's usually what happens, so that's not really the optimal play. In this situation, it would be so much better if you just had 4 Sakazukis, and you could just 6-drop Sakazuki, clear something, which is much better against the Whitebeard than the Rob Lucci is. Like, the Rob Lucci really is a difficult card in that matchup. And then it basically comes down to your opponent has no life or 1 life, and you have 2 blockers or 3 blockers, depending on how well you drew. You have an Isho, and you have like 3 life. And then that's when he starts just going all in to kill you. And then he plays 2 Fossas or 3 Fossas and keeps 1 Dawn open or 2 Dawn open. And this is where the tricky thing with this matchup comes in, because Wanzi cannot kill Fossa on his own, and Kaku is very expensive to kill Fossa because it costs 5. So you would have an Isho, that would mean 1 Dawn to Isho. Now Wanzi can start killing Fossa. And that matchup is so tricky, because you have to make a few decisions. 1, does he have the Rush Luffy? Because the Rush Luffy obviously makes your blockers useless. Second is, can you win if you go all in now? Like, how many Fossas does he have? Does he have 1 Fossa? Then it's free. Does he have 2 Fossas? Now it gets tricky, because you need to swing 1 with your leader. He blocks that. You can clear out 1 with Wanzi. Then you can swing with your leader again. Does he have enough counter to, after the 2 blockers are gone, to still counter out of the last swing? And can you defend the game afterwards? So this is really tricky. And the Fossas just make it a little worse, I feel like, because with Marco, yes, he might have had 2 Marcos on the board, but Marco costs 4. So if he plays 2 Marcos in one turn, then he doesn't do a whole lot of other stuff. But Fossa costs 2. So now suddenly this dude can play 3 Fossas and still make like big plays, and or still keep like 4 Dawn open, which means he could still have the 1 Radical Beam, the 1 Guard Point, and he could have the 1 Red Hawk that he plays, right? So things get a little tricky when Fossa is so cheap, and I cannot like efficiently remove him if I don't have the Isho. With Isho, it's okay-ish. And yeah, so sometimes it becomes just really difficult. And every single game that I've played against Whitebeard in the last tournament, I mean, I've played 5 Whitebeards. You gotta imagine that. In the first tournament, I played 1 or none. I don't know exactly anymore. And in the second one, out of 8 games, I played 5 Whitebeards. And every single Whitebeard game, he played like 2 or 3 Fossas, and I swing for his life. He has 6 cards in hand, and they always win or lose by 1k. Either they have, like, the one dude actually had 6 2k counters in hand, and actually just counters out exactly the amount he needs to live the 10 Isho swing and my 2 times leader swings with 1-0 removing 1 Fossa. Like, that was insane. Every single time I was so tilted because I felt like I did all I could. Didn't have blockers to play it defensively, so I had to go all in. And always, it's either win or lose by 1k. And I think, I mean, obviously it means the matchup is pretty balanced, because it's always really close. But at the same time, it feels really bad because like there's so little interaction actually going on, right? Like this the complete game, the complete matchup is set up always the same. I'm playing defensively. I'm trying to take as little life as possible. Play the Isho, drop 2 cards. Hopefully, the one of Whitebeard and maybe Ace or Radical Beam, and then just swing for life and see if I win or if I lose. Like, I think that's not so cool. It's not so cool, and it would change. The dynamic would change up a little bit if I would drop the Lucci for the Sakazuki, but the Sakazuki doesn't get me the lead into so many other matchups, like the yellow matchup, or like, yeah, the yellow matchup. Yeah, basically every matchup. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Sakazuki is a difference maker there. And same goes for the Doflamingo matchup. Dofi just keeps swarming the board, and if I swing with 7 life and play another 7k buddy and swing with 7 life, he just doesn't care. He takes the 2 lives, he goes down to 2 lives, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter for him. Or he just counters it out, it doesn't matter. And then he just keeps applying pressure and he keeps playing 4 drops, and I can't really deal with 4 drops, except for if I have the issue, which is like way too late. But yeah, with this setup, it's just a little bit difficult. Like, usually I would say drop the Luccis, put in the Sakazukis, go second. On second, you can play Spandam, you can play Edo into Bruno, whatever. He might bottom deck you the Bruno because that's really, it hurts and it's really strong. But then you could play the Sakazuki. He has nothing to do. He has nothing that he can do to deal with the Sakazuki except for the 9-drop Mihawk. But that's obviously like 2 turns later. So Sakazuki could swing 1 time after dealing with the board a little bit. Then you could play the Isho, and Isho cannot be removed. So the matchup is, or it could be somehow playable, but I feel like it is really difficult, especially if you didn't practice it, because knowing when to go for board and knowing when to go for life is just really difficult. And then on top, it kind of comes down to how many 3000 worlds and how many Mihawks does he actually pull. Yes, he has a lot of deck manipulation, so it is just a lot. Like usually they have like 2 Mihawks, usually they have like 4,000 worlds, 3,000 worlds, whatever. And if they play everything on curve, then you're just kind of screwed, because the only thing that is actually immune to everything is Isho. And like Sakazuki to some degree. Especially if they're not playing the Zoge King / Dofi version. So if they only play the big removal guy, then Sakazuki is kind of sticky. Rob Lucci is kind of sticky, but it's just a real bad matchup. It's just a real difficult matchup. And yeah, the Sword Championship yesterday, there were like half of the players were like playing Dofi. Because that one dude made the video and said like, Dofi's so good now against whatever, everything. So, with Dofi being a new top contender, or an old top contender that is back again, yeah, let's see how this evolves, right? Let's see where this takes us, and let's see what decks are actually really good against Dofi. I mean, currently I would say that since Whitebeard and Dofi are so strong, Navy Lucci might be a little bit better. Navy Lucci is really good against the more mid-rangey and fast decks, but against, I mean, Dofi is a mid-range deck, but Dofi's like cheating, kind of like cheating. He draws a card and plays it every single turn with a leader ability. That's a pretty strong leader ability, right? I mean, set like one Dawn, basically, it's a one Dawn, draw a card and play it. I think that's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. A pretty good tempo and a pretty good hand advantage and a pretty good everything actually. 7k swing, one Dawn, draw a card and play it. That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, that's about the matchups. Didn't play any other decks in these tournaments. Yeah, I mean Crocodile obviously is like the best deck and the best leader. But yeah, other than that, didn't really play anything, and I think that's like the best things to play. Like Dofi and Whitebeard are like the toughest to beat. Zoro, if he high rolls you real hard. For Law, you need a little high roll, given that you need the onesie and the Kaku, which is more often than not. So yeah, I've had pretty good experience, so I wouldn't quite put it here. Yeah, I would say it's something like this. I mean, Kid is, yeah, I think it would be something like this. If we say that this is the worst matchup. So like the worst matchup for Lucci would be Dofi, Whitebeard, and Zoro for the CP version. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, Zoro, come on. We can beat Zoro. We beat Zoro half of the time, so I guess it's right here. So let's put it like this. I think that's fine. And Lucci, yeah, Navy Lucci is pretty bad against CP Lucci. Good. So I will guide you with some gameplay. Yeah. See you in a second. Okay, so I'm going first. Yeah, we will keep that. Draw a Span Dam. Oh, onesie, perfect. Oh, actually we could have taken the air door. Yeah, but if he's smart, he plays Dandan now. Rip. Which is still okay. Like, Fire Fisting that doesn't get him anywhere, so he's not gonna do that. And if he does, like, he doesn't get anything from it. So it's cool with me. He does it. Cool. Cool with me. Take the live. Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have taken the live. Ah, oh, that's bad. I will play the Jabra hot play. Just because I didn't counter with the Kumadori. Like, 5, I should have countered with Kumadori and played Bruno. But I was sleeping there. So I took the live, which was really bad because the live would have been so good for me. So we'll do it now. Now we cannot Gordon. Ooh, okay. I'll take that, come on. You got another Zoro in you? No. Jet pistol, okay. The onesie is really good again. So what I think I'm going to do, like he has 2 Dawn open, so I'm going 3, 3. He's gonna counter out of that. Are you gonna counter out of that? He did counter out of that, okay. I'll take it. What I could have done with the 1 Dawn, could have played Spandam to have a buddy on the board, search for something and then drop it. So I would still have the 1 buddy. So that was kind of a misplay. Otama Jet Pistol, cool. Expected. I mean, we knew he had that, right? But I have 2 blockers, so I'm pretty confident I can just play Bruno, give him a Dawn, swing with the other guys, and then in the last turn play Fukuro as well. So I think I'm in a good position at the moment. I don't actually want to take that life. Oh, okay, that's cool. I think I'll play Spandam and I search for... Oh, another Fukuro. That's tricky. Yeah, we'll take the life. Does he have another Zoro? No, he does not. Okay. Fire Fist again, okay. Let's see if he has the... like, do you kill this guy? What's happening? What are you playing? I want to know. Or is it just a guard point? He took it. Okay. Now that is interesting. What is it? Why isn't he countering? Ah, he doesn't have anything up. Okay. Well, that's a bluff. That was a bluff for him. Let's see how many Marcos. Like 1 Marco. Fire Fist, okay. Oh, he trashed a Radical Beam. Is he so confident that he will survive the next turn? Okay, interesting. Maybe he did have the Radical Beam, but he didn't want to use it. That would be really weird, though. Oh, another Fukuro. Wow, that's insane. Zoro-san. 6. I think we need to counter out of that. We can't afford to go too low. Makino. Yes. Done. Yeah, that game's done. Another Makino. We get the Lucci. Way too late though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell? I just want to touch them all. And life. I mean, it was closer than it should have been. Maybe that weird swing on the Zoro was a little bit too much. Maybe my picture is a little big. I'll make it a little smaller. Okay, next battle. We'll be going first. Hey, that's okay-ish. No one drop is pretty bad. Onesie doesn't really do me any good. But Jabra is really good unless he has the Sakazuki. He chose to mulligan, so I would just assume his hand is not optimal. So I'm just thinking he does not have... Oh wait, that was a misplay. If he does have the shockwave, then he's dead now. Ah, that's annoying. That was a sequencing error. On the other side, it would give me a card. Okay, no shockwave, so we have the intel at least that he doesn't have shockwave. I think that's not too bad actually. Let's start doing this. 4 is Borzolino, okay. That means we're going 6. Okay, interesting. Into air door. Oh no! Okay, that was a bad air door. Damn it, we should have played Jabra hot play. We should have hot played Jabra. Okay. Yeah, I think we're not going to play hard Jabra anymore. Hard play. Okay, okay. Very good. We got 1. 2. Okay. He has a lot of cards. If he doesn't Sakazuki, then we're good. Oh, okay, never mind. Garp is just as bad. Why does he always keep the 2 Dawn open? I thought he doesn't have... Whatever. He actually has the shockwave, what the hell? Another 2k counter in ya? Okay, now things looking really good, right? Nah, the smoker, the Sakazuki coming up. Okay. Ooh, okay, now we have a problem. I was hoping for a Kaku. Oh, there it is, okay. We can go down by... Wait, he's a 7 now? I cannot clear him out. can go 3. He doesn't have rush. So I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm good. I don't see him beating me. And this is just the inherent leader advantage. Even though like his setup is really insane. Like he could clear this guy out and this guy out, but playing a blocker on top of that is not gonna happen. Okay. So here's another 10 drop, huh? Drop to clear the show. GG. That was really good though. It was a good and close game. Very, very good and close. Okay, there's the law matchup. He's just going to choose second because that's what they do. What's happening? Choose your side. He doesn't want to play? What's happening? He chose to go second, okay. I don't have a searcher on first. That's really bad. I don't like that. He's like, chill bro, I'm chill. But the onesie is very good, so I'll take it. Oh no, is this dude going to take forever for every single turn? Yeah, whatever. Might be, I think it's catchy enough. So we have two ways of going around this right now, okay? The one is we're going live, obviously 6. And now we could clear the Nami or we could clear the chopper. I'm thinking... It really depends on what he has in hand, right? If we can play this slow, we will just kill this and then it's good. And then we will play Edo. Edo is tricky. Like Edo could give us the Kaku. We don't have a Kaku yet, so chance pretty high. But if we do not get, like Bruno is like the second best thing we can play, right? After Kaku. So just hard playing the Bruno would be an option as well. But I would prefer going 5-5 Kaku. So I think I'm probably going to do that. He takes the next life anyways. I just like that play, but it's fine. Oh, damn it. That's a swing. Okay, we're going 5. 5. Ooh, oh boy, he takes them all. No, a whiff, the magical whiff. I mean, it's not a whiff. It's a Jabra. Jabra is really good, but you know what I mean, right? It's not the Kaku. The Kaku would have given me so much tempo here. It's unreal. Yeah, my deck is a little high rolly against Law. It's a little high rolly. Yeah, so he's gonna shambles, do Law stuff. What the fuck? The triple brook is pretty tough. Triple brook is pretty tough. So it's gonna be 5, 5, 5. One is coming with 6. That's cool, whatever. Nami into Law. Ah. And Makino into Zoro. Maybe you could just Brook into Brook, right? No P. What? What? Why didn't he... Maybe he misclicked. What was wrong? Huh. Ah, now we have options over options. We will swing 8. Life. Ooh, the radical beam. Okay, we'll go 5. He's gonna block it anyways. So I'm going to swing for the small fry because he lets that through. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. I want to give him the feeling of actually being able to kill me, at least to some degree, so that he might overuse his abilities. Yeah, I think at this point it doesn't matter. Ah, okay, 2 laws is tough. I think I should just counter out of it, though. I'm not going to play Isho anymore, even though like his hand is really big. Or should I play Isho? It's a difficult board state to be in. I think I'm not going to play the Bruno. Guard point. No cards to draw. Good. Another Nami. Yeah, okay, now it's gone. Now the game's over. Oh, Chopper. That's actually not too bad. Okay, let me calculate. 2. I need 3. Wait, we need to remove this one first. Can you counter out of 8? I don't think you can counter out of 8 twice or 3 times. I think we got this. I've got 4 swings. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's impossible to beat him. GG. Okay, I will give him the rematch. I mean, yes, the misplay was the misclick was really stupid. I don't think it necessarily made that much of a difference because he would have gotten the Makino into hand probably and put Zoro on the board, right? So in the next turn I would have just killed the Zoro with the Kaku. So he wouldn't. I don't think it would have necessarily made a difference, but we will give it another shot. Like the deck, the matchup is really swingy. Oh my lord. While it is very good, at the same time it is not good because I cannot. I will keep it. Like, it's brutally good, but if I can't get any CPs on the trash, then I can't use the abilities anyways, so we need to hope for the good. Like, I've never seen this hand. Holy cow. It is so greedy to keep this. I think I'm going to play one of those. I actually trash one of those. Can't use Kaku next turn yet, so I will use my 4 Dawn to swing 5 life. Oh, I will take this. Oh, again! Oh, this is so bad, dude. Wait, no, it's so good, dude, because now I have the 2 cards in the trash. Success. Ooh, Vista. Hasta la vista. Okay, so we're going 5 life. Oh, this is so brutal. Now I just need to drop those 2 so I can play Lucci. It sucks because it's not very efficient, but that's what's going to happen. I really hope he plays Zoro before. Ah, perfect, perfect. Now it's actually worth dropping all the cards. Very good. Yeah, I'm kind of high rolling him here, by the way. Now the question is, do I even play this, or do I just Kaku him right away? I think since the board state is so good, I could just go 5 into the Zoro. Ha! He let it through. That's insane. That's so good. Now I'll play Kaku. I'll trash those 2, kill this, and take 1 more life with the 7. And I will play this and draw me a onesie to finish the game. I mean, okay, this was like the best possible game in every like instance. Yeah, if things go like this, it's free. But if you don't draw the onesies, if you don't draw any Kakus at all, then things get really, really rough, really fast. Bonnie. I might actually disrespectfully play Isho just because I can. Just because I can. I might actually, yeah, why not? I mean, he has so many cards in hand. And I'm pretty healthy. Even though I don't really have any cards. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I really want to. I really want to. He has 2 laws. So if he plays 1 law, gives himself one diver back, I can trash the other law. On the other side, like having so many swings. He should attach the 2 Dawn and try to clear the Kaku. Actually. I think that's what he should do. Oh no, never mind. He has to play one unit first. Oh, what is happening? Oh, what? I know he has the 2 laws, right? Does he really think he can survive this? Okay, I mean he has 2 break. So it's guard point, 2k counter. Oh, it's radical beam 1k counter, okay. Now he will drop something because he doesn't want me to restand. Nope. Actual noob. Killing it anyways. Restanding. GG. Good game. Yeah. Okay, let's look for another game. Okay, here we have another Zoro. I mean, whatever. Let's play it out. Span dam. Yes, I think we could do it like this. Kumadori is really good in that. Fukuro is really good in that matchup. I really love playing this deck. It's so much fun. I really like it. It's so cool. Oh, he whiffed with a buggy. Double buggy star is really insane as well. Fire Fist, okay. Like, he can clear the buggies anyways because he's a slasher, so I just go 5 face and make him draw some cards. Okay. What's the 4-drop? Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, okay. Interesting. Like, that's insane, right? He's taking all the lives. Damn it. From now on, I gotta restand every single time that I swing, or else I will lose. And I gotta take the lives in order to draw a... Oh, damn it, jet pistol. Yeah, that's the thing. Now he can just keep doing his stuff, because, yeah, it doesn't require any dawn to do this, so... I'll take that. No trigger. Sad. I'll have to take that as well. No trigger. Sad. I will kill the Makino, I guess. Do I restand? Yes, I restand. I think I need to go for game now. He still has the Fire Fist, so Golden Fire Fist would make me so mad. This is so balanced, right? And he still has 4 Dawn to swing for my life, like, forever. Ah, he doesn't even, yeah, he doesn't even need the Fire Fist. I will counter out of that. Because it basically means I'm blocking, right? Yeah, whatever. I'm thinking maybe I should play Isho there. Because I can't go for a game right now. Oh, he has everything, man. He has everything, man. Yeah, I misplayed there with the Isho. Damn it. Ooh, he countered out of it. Okay. He still has the Fire Fist. Let's see where this takes us. Can we somehow manage to live? We have 3k counter in hand. We can play the Spandam. Spandam to draw me something new. And we still have 2 lives. So I think we're quite good. I will counter what I can counter. But I still need 2 for the restand. Next turn. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking he has the guard point. He has Fire Fist definitely. So maybe he breaks if I go 8. Should have given him a Dawn first. Oh, he actually had the... Wait, didn't he already play Radical Beam? Oh no, that was the law before. Okay, so... I'm swinging... I think I got this game. Swinging 7. I think I got the game. If he doesn't draw a counter now. Oh, did he Fire Fist? No, he didn't Fire Fist. He still has a Fire Fist. Yeah, he drops the Fire Fist now. Doesn't matter. I know he has it anyways. He takes that. And... Gotcha. GG. Oh, I'm a genius. But I'm also very, very, very lucky. Very lucky indeed. So let's look. Okay, so there we got it. Finally a matchup that is not Law of Zoro. I need to go second on this one. Second. That's a good starting hand, I would say. Yeah. Pick no cards to draw. That's so good. Wow. I could play Onesie to kill the Nami, but I don't know how good that actually is. So I will play now the Onesie and then let it stay. Maybe I should have kept the Onesie for later on, but if he swings with the Nami, I can just clear it like this. Ah, okay, I should have cleared her. Damn it. Okay, my bad. Entirely my bad. Now I'll drop a Fukuro. I mean, that was stupid. Oh, I've got another Onesie though, so that's at least that's good. I'll go 6. Wait, actually I will go 8. Now we'll go 6. And I will go 2. And I will go this. Good. That's okay. Like in this situation, for example, my My Sakazuki would give me so much more tempo than this dude. Like, this dude, like, actually doesn't do anything. Like, he just needs to drop a 2k counter. Like, it's such a slow play. And now if ace comes, then I've got a real problem. Yeah, but since I had to drop the Fukuro, I think it was an okay-ish play. Oh, what's that? Minus. Ooh, lay. Oh my lord. What is happening? He doesn't have any cards. What the hell is happening? I feel like it's super bad to play Isho now because he doesn't even have enough cards. What the hell? But I still need the Isho for the grand finish because it's like just a too good of a body to not include. And now with Isho I can onesie kill this guy, so I think it's cool. Whatever. Why does he keep doing that? Stop hitting me. Ooh, okay. 5. What the hell? Okay, I guess. I mean, I'm in a really rough spot. 2 swings. Now, this is the time where I usually lose, because if these are all 2k counters, then I've got a problem, right? So we will find that out. I will go 10 life, he will take the life. I actually think I'm still winning. Right? Even since he doesn't have events, I think I should be fine. Yes, and I could have onesie killed that thing and swing again, so yeah. It was a good game. Ah, very good. Another Whitebeard. And I get to choose second again, which is really good. This hand is really bad. This hand is really good. Really good. Yeah, in the sim, they're not playing Dofi at all at the moment. Which is really sad because I would really like to show you the matchup. But I might just do it separately. Like if I ever face one. Oh, the whiff, the great whiff. That doesn't happen too often, actually. Okay. Yeah. We want a Kaku for the body. Maybe I should have just played the blocker. What am I doing? Blocker and face. He has a lot of cards. Ooh, the ace. I will actually drop those for 7. Because, oh. I don't have a Fukuro. I don't have a Fukuro in there. Oh, I do have, okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now we're really good. Now we're in a really good state. Oh, we're trashing. Oh, 2 really bad cards. Damn it. Now we will take the 3 hits. And then we go for the finish in the next turn. And we hope that we get one removal in here. 1 removal is enough. Oh, we have 2 Kakus already in the trash. Ah, damn it, the chopper. The chopper play. How many blockers do you have? That is the question. 1 chopper, 2 choppers, 3 choppers. Yeah, 1 chopper. I'll take it. Okay, brick. Okay. Does he have the rush Ruffy? I cannot afford to take the chances. No, you would have drawn the Ruffy actually, Luffy. Why didn't you attack with it though? Okay, you didn't want to give me the card. So I did not draw any removal. That is real bad. But we have 2 blockers. So we might just play it down. We might just play it down defensively. Is that an option? I don't think it is an option anymore. Because if he has 1 more Luffy in hand, then 2 unblockables mean I'm dying anyways. I have 9k counter. This costs me 6, 9. So I could only swing with 6 and 9. I could only swing with 6 and 9. Let me see what happens if I just swing 9. Nah, I think I need to go all in. I can't afford to wimp out. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 2 break and 4k counter. I think I'm dying. I could try to play Khalifa, get the 2 cards. Maybe that's but it's too expensive as well. I might as well just go all in. See if he blocks. Let me test the waters. Okay. He blocked it right away. That is interesting. What does that tell us? Couldn't he counter out of 10, or is it just so confident that he can definitely counter out of 12 twice? Or did he just not anticipate me going 12 twice? I think he's just super confident. Because if I had onesie, I could have cleared this and restand and hit twice with 11. Then I would have won the game right now. Even with Kaku, I could go 9 twice. Yeah, but I think he's just confident that he can counter out of that. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 swings. I have 1, 2 blockers, 3 blockers. So I can take 1, 4 lives. If I can counter 1 more. Do we want to play it safe? I'm actually tempted to. I'm actually tempted to try playing it safe. Let's see what happens. The thing is, the Luffy, kind of annoying. Do I have a Khalifa in the graveyard already? No, but I have the Spandam. So what I'll be doing is I'll drop this. Oh, I have Khalifa actually. What's better? I think Spandam's better. Like the onesie is the game changer, but I think I need the 1-drop. What's he doing? Oh, he wants to finish me real bad. Okay. I think I win now, right? Now you cannot finish me anymore. Is that right? Oh! Okay, that was good. That was a good play. And I don't have the onesie. Yeah, now we're in the same state as before. He just has one card more. Yeah, that didn't work out for me. I shouldn't have taken the Kumadori, but instead taken the onesie. But then he would have killed me. Yeah, that's not winning this one. Damn it. It's GG. He can easily counter out of that. He played that really well though. Yeah, he had double guard point, damn it. Oh, it was really close after all. Maybe if I didn't give him the one card now. I want to know if he had any more. Ah, it was on a blocker, okay. $5K more, so all three of them were counters. Yeah, that's insane. Like, that's how easily the matchup can shift. Like, you've seen me slapping him last turn, and now this time I'm just getting slapped. So yeah, the onesie restand in this one is like the difference maker. If I have the restand onesie, then I just win this game. But it is really close every single time, so matchup's difficult. There's a Big Mom. Wait, we need to include this. Okay, so we got a Big Mom. So we have another yellow matchup. That's good. That's good. So I will include this. I was just about to finish the video, but then I was like, all right, let's try. And we actually found one more yellow. It's not Katakuri, but I mean, I actually think Big Mom is better than Katakuri, so it should work fine. She will take both lives because she wants to be on 3, and that's her golden ticket, to be on 3. Cool. So she's gonna go 2-2. Yeah, makes sense. First you draw, then you put. Unexpected that she's going for my life. No idea why, but it's cool. Okay. Yeah, I think I should clear him out. I probably don't get him in either way. Yeah, expected that. Ooh. We play hard play Bruno because if this is Thunderbolt, which most likely it is, then killing Bruno doesn't really lose me anything. So now what she will do to attach to Don, take the bottom card, put this on top, so that if I take the first life, the second life is the Thunderbolt, so that it can then kill whatever I have played in the meantime, which will not work because I will be playing a 6-drop that cannot be killed. So, but that's just my my idea of what might be happening. Maybe it's wrong. Oh, he moved it to the bottom. Okay. Interesting. So whatever he put there is now on the bottom. I will trigger it. Draw Kaku. No Kaku. Okay. unexpected. This is such a good card. Now I wonder what the trigger is though. Maybe it's Ikoku Sovereignty actually. He's drawing a lot of cards. Really stally game. What's gonna be? Another life, okay. I should have actually last turn taken 2 lives because now I cannot defend my minions. It's really bad. But clearing him out is expensive. And I can just play another one, so I guess it's cool. Okay. Eight Katakuri, putting this one somewhere else, maybe. Okay, this is not a good play, dude. Double, no, yeah, that's not good either. I mean, it looked pretty scary at the start when you had so many cards, but in the end it didn't really matter too much, right? He will not get the Fukuro. No, no. He will play Big Mom. Do I have a chance of using... Should I let it die and just hit twice with my leader instead? I think that's the way to go actually. Because he minus Dawn. Oh, he would have hit another time anyways. I'm stupid. I should have kept it alive. I'm trolling. Ah! I'm stupid. It's okay though. It's okay. So we will give him 1 Dawn. We will go for... Let's see if the last life that he put himself there is actually Ikoku Sovereignty. If it is, then I'm going to be so sad. Wait, let me play it a little safe at least. Because like this, I can go 9. He takes it. If it is Ikoku Sovereignty, he will play it now. It is Thunderbolt actually. So I'm going to play this. Trash the Lucci, kill him. I will restand, and I will go 12. Let's see if this works out. It was actually a Thunderbolt like I predicted to kill the Bruno. Yeah, GG man. So yeah, that's how it works against yellow.